At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down, here's Kaepernick. Dancing to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jeremiah Tauchu showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 50, Newton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Bears 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Intended for Mark Ingram.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Newton. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
James Washington. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Went well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Break, Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Kaepernick. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before.
This is it.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.